Good afternoon and welcome to Rathdown School in South County Dublin for the first part of today's Super Saturday in the EY League. This pits today's teams, Monkstown, who are the home team here, against Banbridge from Northern Ireland. Both of these teams and clubs are famous for their academies, and both teams are littered with players who have come through their academies. And Banbridge boasts at the moment that the Banbridge School are the All-Ireland Schools champions. So plenty of talent on show here today, and in what should be, again, a tight match in the EY League, with Banbridge looking to pick up the 3 points and would be slight favourites today, whereas Monkstown, who are suffering from a number of injuries and are a little bit depleted, but it gives the opportunity for some of the young players to step forward. And there we see the EY table, and Banbridge sitting proudly on top at the moment after 6 matches. This is effectively match day 8 in the EY League, but Banbridge and Lisnagarvey have a back match to play over the coming weeks. So Banbridge and Monkstown, who in the last 2 or 3 matches have slipped up from their early season form, will be looking to pick something up from this game and to move them up the league table. But it's all to play for here on what is a chilly autumn afternoon in Rathdown. And here we see the matches for today. You see YMCA are playing Pembroke. YMCA have made a good start to the season. Pembroke looking to try and get out of the relegation zone. Cookstown again struggling at the moment, playing Three Rock Rovers, who are in the top half of the table. And then Glenanne, who can blow hot and cold on a weekly basis, are playing Estonians in what should be a close match. And finally, it's Lisnagarvey, last year's champions, are playing Annandale in what is a local derby in North County Down. And here we see the Monkstown team. As I mentioned, it's depleted with David Cole unavailable today. Also Jason Lynch unavailable due to injury. And there's a couple of others who are also missing, not on the team sheet. But still some experience there with the remaining 3 Cole brothers, Jeff, Stephen and Lee. And in up front with Jeremy Duncan, the informed striker, Irish international, who will be looking to add to his current good run of form. And then at number 16, Rory Nichols, always a threat at penalty corners. So they'd seen a set there for Monkstown, coached by Eddie O'Malley. Manager today is Gareth Watkins. And Banbridge, who will be playing in red. And again, littered with players who've come through their academy, and with current Irish internationals, Charlie Rowe and Johnny McKee, but also hockey legend there, number 12, Eugene McGee, the most capped player in Irish hockey history, with nearly 300 caps to his name. And he was honoured recently by the club at their 125-year celebrations. And in goal, we have Luke Ralston, who is following on in a tradition of good goalkeepers from this club. And then also Owen McGee, Eugene's brother, and Philip Brown Peter Brown have also participated for Ireland in the past. And live wire Joshua Moffat, who has been a long-term servant through the academy for the club, and he will be a threat up front today. The officials today are umpire Bruce Bale and Russell Donaldson, 2 experienced international umpires. Bruce Bale just coming back from the EYHL Pro League series in Argentina. And the technical officer today is Paolo Caratini. And the technical officer assisting Paola is Gordon Watkins. So the teams are set. Monkstown will be playing from right to left in the traditional light blue and navy, sponsored by McCann Fitzgerald. Excellent sponsors to the club over the last number of years, and they are sponsoring today's Super Saturday here. The second match will be the women's EY1 League match between Monkstown and Ards from North Down. So I'd like to welcome you all wherever you may be listening or watching this game, and what should be a lively afternoon here at Rathdown with some really good skills on show by both teams. Monkstown with a couple of young players who have been played a couple of matches here this year. Jamie Miller, number 11, and Alex Murphy, number 6, stepping into the breach. And over the last week or two, number 28, Adam Horsfield, who again has come through the academy here in Monkstown. Both of these clubs have been in the top 4 in Irish hockey for some considerable time, given that their academies are amongst the best in the country in developing young players. So Banbridge will have the push off, and we're all set for this EY Premier League game, Banbridge versus Monkstown. Just waiting, the umpire's just checking the final things, and umpire Donaldson gets the game underway. Peter Brown, Johnny McKee, current Irish international, will have a big part to play in the upcoming Nations Cup, a regular goal scorer for both Banbridge and Ireland. The son of 2 former internationals, John McKee and Glenda Major. So plenty of good hockey genes. And his sister also plays on the national team, Lucy. So a real hockey family. Lee Cole to Keith Kenning. And Lee Cole fails to find Lynch, and that'll be a push in to Banbridge. Jake Rowe, one of the 3 Rowe brothers on the team here for Banbridge, to match the 3 Cole brothers playing for Monkstown. And good play by Stephen Cole, well watched. But he's pickpocketed coming out of defence. And Eugene McGee finds Jake Rowe on the right. Recycled out. Alexander Tinney, one of the 2 centre backs here, partnering the legend that is Eugene McGee at the back. And McGee crashes the ball in just past Fitzgerald's right hand post, does not take a touch from a Banbridge stick, and that's a push out. Kenning, Lee Cole, Kenning again. Banbridge putting up a full press there, with Moffat putting pressure on Kenning. And Jeff Cole, a speculative ball out there to find Nick D on the right, doesn't reach its destination. And it's Moffat. And a good ball across Cole to Duncan. A big shift required from Duncan here today, and hopefully some goals. But that ball from Lynch is out, or from Hone is out over the back line, and it's a push out to Banbridge. Eugene McGee. Jake Rowe taking up a wide position on the right, looking for the foul, but not given. Sam Hone, good ball to Duncan. Chance for Duncan to burst into the circle, but great tracking back there. But Duncan's fouled, he takes it quickly, still Duncan. Claiming he might have been tripped, but the umpire Donaldson says no, play on, and Banbridge relieved that little moment of pressure. And Jeff Cole just half stops the ball there for Mark Cowan. But Cowan's pass deflected out over the sideline. Jake Rowe. Tinney. McGee. Great ball from McGee at pace, but fails to find Johnny McKee and out over the back line. Game on quickly. Lee Cole. And a ball well taken down there by McKee. Wins the free. And the ball down into the corner, just fails to be trapped down there by Moffat. A tricky bouncing ball. Most of the early pressure in the first 4 or 5 minutes has been in Monkstown's half, around their 22. No real danger to either goal so far. Jeff Cole, the Monkstown captain. Patient play here by Monkstown. Banbridge now putting on a full press. Moffat fouling Lee Cole, and a good long overhead. And McGee, well watched by Eugene McGee, takes it down and averts the danger that might have been created had he missed it. Lee Cole, another Irish international with Jeremy Duncan, who will be playing in the upcoming Nations Cup in South Africa, a very important tournament for Ireland, with promotion to the Pro League on the table for the successful teams. As always here at Rathdown, there are the Ball Patrol team here of boys from the academy who do such a good job every Saturday in the EY League to add to the intensity of the play and the speed of play during the match. Stephen Cole finds Duncan, always making himself available. And Lee Cole is dispossessed by McKee. Oh, and Lee Cole with a shoulder charge there has conceded the first penalty corner of the match, as he gave a little bit of a dunt there, as we can see, to Johnny McKee, who's a little bit winded at the moment, but no physio being called on, so he must be okay. Certainly no other penalty there for Lee Cole. The Monkstown defence ready themselves here. Fitzgerald marshalling his defenders. Jeremy Duncan, a really brave number one runner who runs down the barrel here of the striker. A couple of Coles on the baseline, and it's Pete Brown with the push out. Jake Rowe at the top of the circle, but also Alex Tinney. And it's going to be Tinney with the shot, but it's well deflected, and then it's knocked wide on the bouncing ball there by the band forwards, but taken quickly now by Monkstown for the counter-attack. Alex Murphy controlling the ball well. Good play there from one of the young players, new young players on the Monkstown team. And that corner was well defended there by Monkstown. The Banbridge forward getting too much purchase on the ball, stopping it dead and failing to find the target with the follow-up shot. And Davy Carson out there, a former international, always a threat, particularly in the circle. Always a live wire with one of the best tomahawks in the country. That's a free out to Banbridge. Umpire Donaldson for awarding it for a stick tackle. And it's Tinney who took the initial shot there at the penalty corner. Good play by Banbridge down the left sideline, but just too far in front of Johnny McKee. Again taken quickly by Monkstown, but Banbridge up, closing them down. Rory Nichols. Powerful aerial, but well read by McGee. And a great ball forward to Louis Rowe. Louis Rowe's on the edge of the international squad. He has played a non-capped match for the senior team. Again, another product of the Banbridge Academy. And his brother Charlie, who is in the full panel and will be playing in South Africa. Stephen Cole to Lee Cole, looking for an opening. Banbridge prepared to play a three-quarter press and wait for an error, but that's good play by Stephen Cole. Finds Rory Nichols. A Monkstown attack down the channel, but again, good positioning by Eugene McGee. Allows them to clear it, but that will be a push-in. And Runar Amour, a long-term servant in Monkstown, played many years on the first team, and due to the injury crisis, gets another opportunity today to bring his experience and skill to the table. And it's Lee Cole, again being put under pressure by the forwards. Umpire Bale just having a quiet word with Lee Cole. And Monkstown winning the free there. Carson not trapping the ball. And the ball deflecting off, but lucky to win that free. Stephen Cole. Awkward ball for Kenning. Put under pressure immediately. Loses the ball in a dangerous area. And that's good pressure by Banbridge. They take it quickly. Pete Brown. Excellent tackle by Lee Cole, showing all his experience down there in that left corner, or right corner for Monkstown. And really in the first 10 or 11 minutes here, very few goal-mouth chances, just the one from a penalty corner for Banbridge. So the game very even, Stephen. Both sides testing each other. And a lovely touch by D on the full first touch, but not read by the forwards, and the ball goes into Rolston's goal for a hit out. Eugene McGee to Hugh McShane. Makes his first appearance from the bench. And it's Owen McGee, brother of Eugene. Oh, and a great effort there. A really difficult skill that, coming over the right shoulder by Josh Moffat, redirects the ball towards Fitzgerald's goal. And one of the hardest skills in the game here. And Moffat almost puts Banbridge ahead, but Fitzgerald was alert to it. Again, an early ball across. And a little bit of danger in front of Fitzgerald's goal there. Another good ball there across by Moffat. Some pressure being exerted here by Banbridge. And that's an excellent tackle back there by Duncan. But he's quite deep. And has got to take the ball out himself. 5 minutes to go to the end of Q1. And the best flurry of chances there in the match falling to Banbridge. But the score remains 0-0. Rory Nichols, a good powerful forward ball. And it's Sam Hone, picked up well by Hone, shepherded by McGee. And O'Moore lets it run off his stick. It now breaks to Owen McGee, to McShane. Umpire allows advantage. But it's knocked out off Jeff Cole, out for a 22 to Banbridge. There was an opportunity there for Banbridge. They had a man over, but pass was slightly delayed and the opportunity is missed. McGee. Good ball in, and an excellent tackle by Jeff Cole. Lee Cole clears beautifully to Duncan. Well taken down by Duncan. Some 3D skills, but he's robbed by Owen McGee. A good skills by him. And a great tackle by Rory Nichols. And Nichols wins the free, and that's a bit of an ouch there for Sam Farson. He got the full brunt of that ball onto his foot, his ankle. Umpire Bale just checking that he doesn't need any attention, but he does look very uncomfortable, and he's coming off on the opposite side here, and the umpire will just wait to make sure that Banbridge only have 11 players on the pitch, and the game is on again. Good take by Samhone. Surrounded by 3 Banbridge players, but retains possession. Kenning. Jeff Cole. Good ball by Cole, but intercepted by the Banbridge defence. And Monkstown having a bit of difficulty trying to build positive attacks to create an opportunity to get into the Banbridge circle. And that's a free in now to Banbridge. And that's a good tackle by Jeff Cole. Down on the right-hand side for Monkstown. Sam Hone, but he mishits the pass. But O'Moore picks it up. And Monkstown tidy that up. Oh. And nearly a brilliant take there by McShane, but he wins the free for the ball being too high from Stephen Cole. And this is good play, and that's a great save by Fitzgerald. Oh, and it's missed right in the corner there by McShane, only a foot out from goal. A golden opportunity there for Banbridge to take the lead. We see the ball in, a great turn, the ball rolling behind Fitzgerald, and he misses the ball right on the post. Johnny McKee, a key figure here for Banbridge. A great ball forward to Moffat. Great skills by Moffat. Well defended by Fitzgerald, and he wins the free. Good covering in behind his defence there by Fitzgerald. Gives the free out. Jeff Cole, a long ball up, but it only finds the Banbridge midfield, and it's McShane with the best opportunity of the quarter so far. As we get down to having only a minute left in this first quarter. And the ball goes out over the Monkstown end line there from Mark Cowan. Stephen Cole at the hub of everything Monkstown are doing in retaining possession and trying to work the ball up into the Banbridge half. Not many risks being taken by either side at the moment. Just a good idea there by Stephen Cole, but just slightly misdirected. Didn't find his brother Jeff on the right sideline. Down now into the last 20 seconds here of this half. Eugene McGee. Good space on the right here by Mark Varlow. Good run by Varlow. Lifted the ball up off the thing. He takes the shot. Good advantage there by umpire Bale. Off Cole's foot. Reverse stick shot by Varlow. Looks like it'll be the last play of the first quarter. We're just playing time added on here by the umpire. O'Moore coming under pressure. Wins the free. Good early ball. Carson fails to trap, and a little bit of scrappy play there by both sides. Free in now to Monkstown. An opportunity here maybe to create their first chance of the half, of the quarter. And the ball goes out over the back line by Duncan. And there goes the whistle for the end of quarter one with the score Monkstown 0, Banbridge 0. Most of the good chances in that quarter falling to Banbridge, and the very best of them falling to Hugh McShane, who inexplicably was unable to put the ball over the line from almost perfect short range. But anyway, all to play for. both teams looking like they were testing each other out, but then Banbridge upped the ante in the last 4 or 5 minutes. So the head coaches, Eddie O'Malley and Scott McCandless, working with both teams, pointing out the few little amendments that they might look for in Q2, but also Banbridge assisted by former hockey legend John Clark, who has previously captained in the Irish hockey team, but also the national coach. So a strong backroom team in Banbridge with their coach Colin Walker, and in Monkstown with Gareth Watkins, well-known Monkstown hockey family. The challenge for Monkstown will be how they will create some opportunities to score goals, as this could be a long day without creating these chances. As I said, both clubs are renowned for their academies, who together with Lisnagarvey and Three Rock Rovers probably have the 4 best academies in the country. And this has been recognised over the last 10 or 12 years by the performance of all of those clubs in EY leagues, but also in the European Hockey League. And this year, Banbridge, who've recently celebrated 125 years, they will be proud hosts of the European Hockey Trophy towards the end of the season. And they are past hosts in these, and they always put on an excellent show there and give the Irish club the maximum opportunity to gain additional ranking points for European Hockey League participation. Banbridge will tip off again, and it'll be Charlie Rowe, current Irish international, gets the second quarter underway. And good play down the left by Banbridge, but just a loss of concentration there. Allows it to run onto their foot by Sam Farson, and Monkstown get the push out. Banbridge still prepared to play the 3-quarter press, and when the opportunity allows, to move that up to a full press. Carl Lynch looking for support. He's coming under pressure from Banbridge, and the ball goes to Banbridge, and it's Farson or Mark Cowan. Mark Cowan working hard here in the right. A lovely long ball, brilliantly picked up by Carson. Gets support from Hone. A good tackle from Charlie Rowe wins the ball back for Banbridge. At this stage, Banbridge winning most of the 50-50 tackles and balls and from open play. Johnny McKee looks for Mark Cowan, and Mark Cowan clips it off Sam Hone's foot, and that will be the second penalty corner. Mark Cowan just missed trapping, but he gets it back and he plays it off, and Sam Hone, just inside the Monkstown circle, concedes a relatively soft penalty corner, but now an opportunity for Banbridge from their second penalty corner of the game. The Monkstown defence, very experienced. Dave Fitzgerald, former Irish hockey international with many caps as goalkeeper. And it'll be Pete Brown with the injection. And that's a great block by Duncan. Right off his stick, running down the barrel. Another brilliant tackle by Jeff Cole. And the ball is away. And it's Lynch. Finds Murphy. Murphy with a chance to run at the Banbridge attack, or defence. A real counter-attack here opportunity for Monkstown. But Banbridge have held up the movement down in the bottom corner. And it's recycled out to Cole. Jeff Cole just makes it out there to Duncan. Cuts inside with good skill. Looks to go around again. And he wins a penalty corner from what looked like a good tackle, but Donaldson has given the free. And he's overridden that with assistance from umpire Bale. And that will be a free out, much to the relief of the Banbridge supporters here in Rathdown School. An example there of coordination between the two umpires through the walkie-talkie system, which has benefited the game. Lee Cole just holding the ball down there. Jake Rowe. McGee hits his foot, but umpire play on, nobody in the vicinity. Rowe. Clever looking ball by Rowe into the bottom corner, but well read by Lee Cole. Good skills on the reverse, and it's still Lee Cole. Can't find a Monkstown player. Duncan brings him under pressure, forces the error, and cuts inside and wins the free. And a great ball down to Carson. Chance for Carson to cut inside, but an excellent tackle by Tinney, who traps the ball in midair and comes away with the ball. Again, well taken down. Good contest here in midfield. And it's Cole. Jeff Cole finds Nick D. Lee Cole looking for the pass. Good first touch pass picked up by Nichols down on the right side. Threads it through to Carson. Right down in the Banbridge circle. Opportunity here, but it's just overrun there by Nichols looking to follow up on the ball to Carson. And Banbridge a chance to counter-attack. The game is now moving from end to end. They're stretching the Monkstown defence, and that's a great ball. Johnny McKee picks it up on the reverse. Gets no purchase on the cross, and allows Lee Cole the chance to pick it up. And a good long ball attempted to be taken down there by Duncan, just to flex off his stick. Just over 5 minutes gone in the second quarter, and the score remains at 0-0. But a good tackle by D. Dispossesses Carson. But Carson gives the ball away again to Pete Brown. Quite a few turnovers in the middle of the field today. Both sides just struggling a little bit to put 4 or 5 passes together in the game. But that adds a little bit to the unpredictability of the match so far. Sam Hone coming back. And a good play there by Alex Murphy. Strong tackle. But McGee cuts inside, and that's excellent defending there by Kenning. Cutting inside and blocking off the pass. But a mistake by D. Finds Owen McGee. Tinney. Brown. And a good ball from Brown. Files Farson. Great ball smashed across by Farson, but doesn't find a red stick. And the danger is relieved for Monkstown again. But Banbridge putting some good balls into the Monkstown circle. They've won a couple of penalty corners, and they've had a couple of very good opportunities to score from play. But Monkstown are still holding them scoreless. Nick D. Deflection, and that'll be a push into Monkstown. Rory Nichols. No opportunity yet to see his skills from a penalty corner. Monkstown very much shy here and getting into the Banbridge circle. That's Nichols just missed trapping. And umpire asking the ball just to be brought back. And it's still Banbridge free hit. Tinney to McGee. McGee to Rowe. And it's Duncan. It comes away. As I said previously, always available, looking for the breakdown and play. But as Monkstown's top scorer this year, they really would like to see him up in the circle. An opportunity here now for Monkstown. Inside the Banbridge 22. And it's Carl Lynch. And it's recycled out to D. Lee Cole. All the players bar Fitzgerald in the Banbridge half. Nice take by Stephen Cole. He's taken going through, and that's his just obstructed. He takes the free. Smashes it into the circle. But it's picked up there by Owen McGee, who brings the ball out of the circle and away from danger. But they concede, push in just inside the 22. Lee Cole and Stephen Cole getting a little further forward, but that is well watched again by Owen McGee back in defence. And an opportunity now. It's 3 against 3, 4 against 3. Banbridge looking to create that space for the shot of Fitzgerald's goal, but that's very well defended there by Kenning from in front of Fitzgerald's pads. A dangerous ball in there again in front of the Monkstown goal. And that's taken down by McGee, but Duncan not 5 yards. McGee. Great ball from Eugene McGee at pace. Just fails to be picked up there by Johnny McKee on the reverse. And it's out for a hit out. Jeff Cole takes the ball down well. Banbridge not 5. Looking for support. This is hard work here for Monkstown to get down the circle, but a great ball forward by Nichols, and Hone just failed to get a stick onto it in what would have been a very dangerous position at the top of the Banbridge circle. Johnny McKee throws Runar Amur a dummy and wins the free. Tinney, a little lofted ball in the corner, but very well watched by Kenning. McKee still looking for that moment of brilliance from him that could open up the opportunity for the first goal. And good tackle by Nichols on the reverse. Strong ball. Finds Hone inside. Jeff Cole. Little bit of momentum here in this Monkstown attack. Lovely inside under the arm ball there from Hone. And a much better foray there for Monkstown into the Banbridge 22. O'Malley probably a little bit happier in this half, making a little bit more progress of the circle, and it's Carson. But well read there by Eugene McGee. Carson's going to have to be a little bit more clever there to get around him today. McGee very comfortable there at centre back. Oh, and Nichols just fails to get a touch on it. The ball goes forward to Johnny McKee. Danger here for Monkstown with McKee's close skills. Stephen Cole just getting enough disruption onto McKee's stick. looking for the options. That's a lifted ball off a Monkstown stick, and that'll be a 22, and it's McShane. Tinney. And a good ball out, but it fails to find Davy Carson. And he finds Carson this time. Carson deemed to be fouled. Good control there, one-handed control by Carson. As I said, a very tricky individual, particularly in the opposition's D. And that's McGee reading the situation well and takes it inside of Hone. And good play and a lovely inside ball there. And it's played in front, and that's an absolutely brilliant point-blank save there from Johnny McKee by Fitzgerald in the Monkstown goal in what is Banbridge's most open attack of the half. Excellent ball in there by Finlay, and there it's deflected in, and Fitzgerald closing down brings off a world-class save. Now inside, just under 4 minutes left to go in this quarter, and Banbridge turning the screw, but that is a brilliant tackle by Lee Cole. On the reverse, Duncan trots it out into the Banbridge half. Still looking for some level of support, finds it from Alex Murphy. Good ball from Murphy back. And Duncan penalised. Probably felt it should have gone the other way, but both umpires were in unison. And it's a free out. And a misplaced aerial. But Stephen Cole, lucky there, nearly dispossessed. But umpire Bale comes to his rescue, and it's a free. And the floodlights on here now in Rathdown, even though it's early afternoon. Some dark clouds, rain expected later in the day here. But to date, almost perfect playing hockey conditions, very little wind. And Monkstown now looking to build, see if they can get some purchase just before the end of the quarter. And it's a free into Monkstown, just in a dangerous area, just outside the Banbridge circle. But really good defending again by Banbridge, and the ball is sent aimlessly up the pitch, and that will be a hit out to Monkstown. The score still 0-0. Banbridge will be feeling that really they should be a goal or two ahead, and Jeff Cole just lets the ball run onto his foot. But Banbridge now attack quickly. The free taken early. And that's a dangerous ball in right across the Monkstown circle, but just behind the front runners and just in front of the second wave. Stephen Cole. Nick D. Most of Monkstown's good work has come down that right side of the field. And it's Jeff Cole. Finds Carson. Can he produce a bit of magic to get something from him? And that is a penalty corner. Good play by Carson. Extracts the stick foul from Eugene McGee. And this will be Monkstown's first opportunity of the game to get on the scoreboard. Rory Nichols walking slowly up towards the top of the Banbridge D. Luke Rolston in the Banbridge goal together with his experienced defenders will be just finalising their defensive plan to prevent a shot from Monkstown. Lee Cole also at the top of the circle, also a penalty drag flicker. So Monkstown with one or two options here, but it looks like they're only going to have one castle with Stephen Cole at the top. Jeremy Duncan with the injection. And that's a brilliant save by Rolston, knocking the ball up in the air from a pile driver from Nichols. And this will be the last play of the game. Another penalty corner awarded. But that was a pile driver in there. The Rolston did really well to get strong purchase on his right arm to put the ball up in the air and prevent it entering the net. So final play of the second quarter, end of first half. Duncan. Nichols. And it's in! It's ripped in! Ripper by Rory Nichols into Rolston's bottom right-hand corner. Gives Monkstown the lead right on the half-time blow. Monkstown 1, Banbridge 0. They definitely against the run of play here today, but when Monkstown have got their chance, they have taken it, and it's Nichols' goal. Continuing his fine run of form from penalty corners, puts the ball in the back of the net. So both teams now will take a breather, and so will we, and we'll see you in just under 10 minutes for the second half, where the pressure will be on Banbridge, the current league leaders, to get back into this match. They haven't looked quite as sharp as they have over the last number of weeks, but they have created the best chances in this half and will be wondering how they're going in here 1-0 down. But that is the scoreline, and we leave you with that scoreline. Monkstown 1, Banbridge 0. The goal on the half-time whistle by Rory Nichols. And welcome back to Rathdown for the start of the third quarter, the second half here, with Monkstown leading Banbridge 1-0 in this vital EY Premier League game. Banbridge, who enjoyed most of the chances in the first half, but failed to put any of them away. And Monkstown, with their very first chance right on the half-time whistle, had a ripper of a corner from Rory Nichols into Rolston's goal. So all to play for here. Banbridge, the top of the league, will be looking to be there this evening after this game, but highly unlikely if the result or the scoreline remains the same here. Farson to Eugene McGee. And the first time deflection down the right sideline goes out over the sideline, and Lee Cole, Irish international, marshalling the Monkstown defence today, back after 3 weeks of injury, but getting ready for the Nations Cup in South Africa in 10 days' time. Johnny McKee, who will be his teammate on that occasion, has been driving most of the opportunities created by Banbridge today, but they failed to take any of those, but they're putting a full press down here now, and it's Cole. Wins the push-in. Stephen Cole. Jeff Cole dummies over the ball. Rory Nichols, Jeremy Duncan, the goal scorer. Lovely reverse pass by Cole. Opens up Duncan on the open side. But Duncan deemed to be shielding by umpire Bale. Not happy with the decision, but it is a free to Banbridge. And a long ball up there, looking for Johnny McKee. Was well wide of him, and it's a hit out to Monkstown. Lee Cole pressured immediately by McKee. And a ball down the sideline, goes out over the sideline. Banbridge with the push, taken quickly. Eugene McGee controlling everything at the back for Banbridge. And Jeff Cole mistrapped it on the reverse, but a great recovery by him and wins the ball, but it's intercepted again. Good closing down here by Banbridge down in the left-hand corner from Monkstown, but well worked out, and it's Duncan. Duncan looks, he turns to the right. Looking for 3D skills, wins the free. Gives a long aerial ball, and it's Carson running on to the end of it. Brilliantly taken, nearly brilliantly taken by Carson. Can't get the second touch on it to keep it in play, and it's a hit out. Charlie Rowe, a growing talent in Irish hockey. And it's still Banbridge, and it's McKee. Wins the free. It's taken quickly. The umpire says, steady down. Let's take it from where it should have been. And again, it's McKee on the ball. Finds Peter Brown. And the ball deflected out, and the Monkstown claiming it's a hit out, but umpire Donaldson saying it is a Banbridge 22, taken quickly. Eugene McGee, another pile driver pass in by McGee into the Monkstown circle, takes a deflection, and it's a 22. Pete Brown. And a great ball by Eugene McGee, but it just failed to be trapped there by Charlie Rowe. Off his stick, onto his foot, and the opportunity's lost. But Banbridge starting this third quarter very much more lively. Looking to get back in this match as soon as possible. And McGee showing his experience there, just edging in front of Carson and winning the free. But a poor ball from McGee. Most unlike, but Carson fails as well, and it's a deflection of Pete Brown. And just a little bit of scrappy play there from both teams. Misplaced passes after good interceptions. Stephen Cole controlling everything from Monkstown in the centre of midfield. Plenty of experience, former international. And Monkstown have won the free from that aerial. Monkstown not in any real hurry to take this, but Stephen Cole. Good firm ball to Nick D. Good ball by D into the circle. It's won there by Carson, and it's a 22. Taken quickly by Stephen Cole, and it's Duncan in the circle. Danger here for Banbridge. Real danger for Banbridge. But excellent defending there. Low stick tackles, and they come away with the ball. That was danger the first time Duncan has had the ball in that danger side in the circle. And a good crowd here today to see this key match. A good travelling group of supporters from Banbridge. And here for the opening of the new Monkstown Coffee Hub, which has been a great success today. And Stephen Cole finds Carson. Duncan, but again Carson's pass doesn't find its target. Johnny McKee, dummies on the reverse. Cuts inside, but an excellent tackle by Runara Moore. Takes it off McKee right on the edge of the Monkstown circle. And the ball comes down this right sideline, and that's a free to Monkstown. And a little bit, and it looks like there's going to be a card here for a Banbridge player tackling within the 5 metres. Umpire Bale, no, he's decided against it. He did reach for his pocket, but it's decided against giving a card, and it's Sam Hone. Strong player. Probably the first contentious moment of the game there. Lee Cole. Nichols. Some good play here by Monkstown, not making much progression, but they might do. The ball's brilliantly taken down there by Duncan. Cuts it inside. He looks for the penalty corner for the deliberate foot, but not given. It's a free in. Duncan himself will take it. He's running straight at their defence. Again, another free, just outside the circle. Banbridge just living dangerously there in terms of penalty corners. Duncan, good skills. Moves the ball out, allows Cole to change the direction. Finds Nichols, Nichols to Lee Cole. Lee Cole rips it into the circle. An opportunity there for Hone, but doesn't get a stick on the ball, and it allows Banbridge to take it wide out of danger. Oh, and good skills on the right sideline there. But the ball runs loose and Monkstown pick it up. D to Cole. Good strong pass to Nichols. Monkstown allowing themselves to be patient here. Coming up towards the 10-minute mark here, but that's not a good ball by Lee Cole, but he wins the ball back, and it's Monkstown again. Duncan dispossessed. Some good tackling in the Banbridge defence here is blunting any attack from Monkstown, but again the play is broken down by poor passing. Both sides guilty of some very blatant poor short passing, which adds to the excitement in the game, but probably doesn't add to the skill sets. A good ball by Jeff Cole, brilliantly touched on there by Alex Murphy. Duncan fails to get on the end of it. Very good thinking there by Murphy. And Nick D has been shown a green card. And umpire Bale has also sent off Rory Nichols. So Monkstown down to 9 players now for the next 2 minutes. So a critical time now for them and a real opportunity for Banbridge. 11 versus 9. And a great tackle by Lee Cole. And he wins the free. He wins the free. Now the Monkstown work rate is going to be tested here as the clock continues to tick down. But Banbridge almost certainly will put a full press on here now with the extra 2 players. But brilliantly taken down by Duncan. Good 3D skills. He cuts inside, cuts outside, cuts back in on the reverse. Wins the free. Excellent play by Duncan. Holding up the play, but still has possession. And it's Runar Amor. But he's shoveled off the ball there. And the ball goes back to Banbridge. McGee. Just a few more seconds tick off the clock with Monkstown playing with 9. And that's more good play at the back for Monkstown to clear that, and they win the free, and the clock ticks down. About 35 seconds left for the dual suspension of D and Nichols. Monkstown must be a full press. Oh, and McShane right up on Stephen Cole there. And McShane looks like he is going to get a green card. And now it's 9 versus 10. The pitch suddenly being cleared of players, which must mean there's plenty of space somewhere. Stephen Cole. Now Monkstown back to 11 players. Both suspensions completed. But Banbridge still playing with 10. McShane still in the naughty seat over there. Oh, and good skills. Excellent skills down the left sideline here. And a great ball in and an opportunity here for Rowe. Rowe puts it across. Fitzgerald deals with it, puts it out for a long corner. But a moment of danger there for Monkstown. It's a 22 now to Banbridge. They recycle. Tinney. McGee confronted by Cole. Tinney, good ball from Tinney. Wide on the right there, but again well defended by Monkstown by Lynch. Comes away, D. Plenty of experience, former Monkstown captain. And Monkstown, who have defended well so far in this quarter. Banbridge looking for that spark that will open up the Monkstown defence, but O'Moore takes his stick off the ball and he's dispossessed, and a real opportunity here now for Banbridge. And it hits a Banbridge foot, and that was real danger there where Moore, mistrapping the ball in the middle of the field, allowed Banbridge to counter-attack, but now deflection gives Monkstown the push in. D. Carl Lynch. His brother Jason Lynch, who will be playing for Ireland in the upcoming European Indoor, is unfortunately injured at the moment. But that's great play there by Jeff Cole. Another excellent tackle. And it's Cole going around the outside, pulls it back beautifully, but it's read by McGee. Chance now for Banbridge to counter-attack. Brown. But the game is stalled over there. And it's Farlow on the ball. Long ball out to Jake Rowe on the left side of the pitch. Good ball up into the corner with McKee. Ball well defended by Monkstown. but it's Rowe again, pulls it back in. And good skill by Rowe along the corner, but deemed to shield, and that's a free out. I think it could possibly be in a penalty corner there, but umpire Donaldson right on top of the game. So the foul by the Banbridge man. And there's a long ball up the pitch, just fails to find Jamie Miller, who had made a good run up front. Again, one of the young players on the Monkstown team here today, getting the experience of the Premier League. And Monkstown having to work hard here. McGee. Murphy goes out to confront him. Minute and a half left in this quarter. And Banbridge win the free. Dangerous position, but well defended again. Another great reverse stick tackle there by Lee Cole. And the ball just lifted, or just missed by the Banbridge player, rolls onto his foot, and relief for Monkstown. A minute to go in this last quarter. And Banbridge, neither side, Monkstown have made very little penetration up in Banbridge, but it can also be said of Banbridge into the Monkstown circle. Monkstown prepared to recycle round the back, and it's Kenning. Well into the last one, it's Murphy, Alex Murphy, son of former Irish rugby coach Jerry Murphy. So obviously did not get his hockey genes from his dad, or maybe he did when he was at school. Okay, and it's Banbridge coming forward again. Charlie Rowe looking to make an impact on the game here today. And that's a great reverse ball in underneath, and just unfortunate there for Josh Moffat, trying another one of those miracle hits. And there we have some of the Monkstown women first team who will be playing here after the game. Just watching the end of the third quarter here, and they have a critical game versus Ards coming up very shortly. And that's a good aerial ball in, and it's missed by Nichols. It's missed by everybody, but the final quarter, or the third quarter, not missed by umpire Bale, who blows the whistle for the end of the third quarter, with Monkstown still leading by 1-0. That goal coming from a penalty corner by Rory Nichols in the 35th minute of the game, right at half time. And Banbridge coach Scott McCandless will probably not be happy there with the number of penetration and opportunities that his side created, because they are going to have to produce something to get back in the game here. Monkstown looked a little bit more comfortable in that quarter, and particularly with Lee Cole at the back and Keith Kenning and Jeff Cole, some excellent defending on the reverse side and low defensive tackling. So all to play for now in the third quarter, and there will be just a short break while the head coaches, Eddie O'Malley and Scott McCandless, put the last touches to the final quarter plan. And the light here now getting darker as it looks like the rain clouds are coming in from the right hand side here. Has been well forecast, but it looks like this game will get away, and let's see if we can have some fireworks here at the end of November on match day 8 in the EY Premier League. And Banbridge, together with Lisnick Harvey, great rivals up there in Ulster hockey, leading the EY League this year, both teams. And both teams' clubs will be representing Ireland in Europe at the end of the season. Players coming out now for the last quarter. It'll be Monkstown with the pushback. 17.5 minutes to go. Luke Rolston down in the Banbridge goal was a spectator for the vast majority of that last quarter. And it'll be Duncan with the pushback. Waiting for the umpire signal. Umpire Bale will be taking time. He signals. And the game is on for the last quarter. Can Monkstown hold out for what would be a very important win? Or can Banbridge produce a pullback here that can give them the win that'll put them at the top of the EY League this evening? And they've started well, tacking down the right, and it's McKee. McKee with a great ball in, but that's well watched by Carl Lynch. Experienced defender. And Duncan out on the left side. A lot of tricky 3D skills, but this time he loses the ball and Banbridge take it quickly. Umpire says play on. Stephen Cole, or Jeff Cole. Nick D. And Nick D, ball deflects off the Banbridge foot of Charlie Rowe. Certainly Banbridge will probably need to up their desire here to want to win this game based on the previous 3 quarters, but they have the skills and the players to be able to do that. And one of those is Eugene McGee at the back. Wide down the right. Good play. And it's Farson. A great take there. And the ball touched out there by Lynch. Produces the tackle. And it's a penalty stroke given away by Keith Kenning for the push on the back, and it'd be interesting to see that again. Little bit of an elbow on the back there, and a real opportunity here now for Banbridge with Johnny McKee taking the responsibility here to put Banbridge back in the game. And Kenning still having a conversation with umpire Donaldson, but it is a penalty stroke. And we will wait for the umpire to signal. Fitzgerald in goal. McKee. And McKee tucks it away into the bottom right-hand corner of Fitzgerald's goal. And that has brought Banbridge back in the game at a time when they were running short on opportunities. They have been gifted one by Monkstown, and that makes the score Monkstown 1, Banbridge 1. Now it's game on. 15 minutes to play. And the ball down the right side here. And it's inside. Suddenly a sense of urgency here. And it's a good tackle there by Duncan. And I think Monkstown preferred Duncan up the other end of the pitch because goal-scoring opportunities have been few and far between today. Duncan to Kenning, who conceded that penalty, which has allowed Banbridge to equalise at a time when they were having difficulty creating a proper chance. And it's Stephen Cole. Lovely reverse stick pass to Jeff Cole. Good play here by Monkstown. Nichols goes to Murphy. Murphy just missed traps in the middle of the field. Ball bounces away. Chance to counter-attack here by Banbridge. And it's Charlie Rowe. Takes the ball out towards the left sideline. And a great reverse stick across, but the ball deemed to be a foul pass in. and that will be a free out to Monkstown. Stephen Cole, can he conjure up a forward movement here that will lead to the creation of a chance? And Kenning coming under pressure there, but well taken, and it's Lynch down the sideline. And he's found Duncan. Duncan in space on the left. He's cutting inside, causing problems, but a great tackle by Eugene McGee puts the ball out for a 22. A brief moment there for Monkstown to attack the Banbridge circle. Kenning to Lynch. Kenning. Lee Cole. Monkstown prepared to be patient, just waiting for a chink here from Banbridge, and a miss hit by Lee Cole. Ball out over the sideline, push into Banbridge. Pete Brown. And that's a foul just off Jeff Cole's foot, and Brown takes it quickly to McGee. Good switch of direction by McGee. And a great ball through, picked up by Lee Cole. Again, an excellent defensive cutout. But Nick D, a little lucky there, nearly pickpocketed there by Josh Moffat. And a big shout out for today's sponsors, McCann Fitzgerald. Great supporters of Monkstown Hockey Club, both men's and women's. And an opportunity here, and it's Carson. Carson wins the free, takes it quickly, and that's not 5 meters, but the umpire says take it again. Time for everyone just to get in position, and it's Duncan. Kenning to Lee Cole. Great ball from Lee Cole, finds Nichols. Nichols in the circle, in the D. Opportunity here for Monkstown. Have we got the opportunity? No, they have not got the opportunity. Couldn't pull the trigger there. And good defensive play by Banbridge. Another long ball in, very well watched there by Owen McGee. A difficult bouncing ball there for him. It's still down in Banbridge's left-hand corner. Full pressure on there by Monkstown. And Monkstown win the free, taken quickly. Now, and it's Duncan looking, he'll almost certainly take it to run. No, I thought he was going to run at the defense. It's Kenning now. Kenning comes under pressure. Good play by Josh Moffat there, putting everyone under pressure at the Monkstown defense. And that's a push in the back. And that's going to be a card. And it's a yellow card for Owen McGee. No, for Owen McGee, a yellow card. So half of the remaining time, he will be on the naughty seat there on the halfway line. Now an opportunity for Monkstown with the extra player. Always a dangerous time for players in terms of fouls, etc. Umpires look to give cards quite frequently at this time of the match, so discipline is important. And that's another hard tackle there on Jeff Cole by Josh Moffat, but a diving tackle by Moffat. But good play here now by Charlie Rowe. An opportunity for Banbridge to break out. But a great tackle by Jeff Cole. And Lee Cole has been given a yellow card. He's been given a 10 for a comment there. He's been given a 10-minute yellow card and will take no further part in the match. And that is a significant blow to Monkstown, as their talisman defender today has now spent the rest of the game off the pitch. So Monkstown down, both teams down to 10 players at the moment. So, as I said before, there should be a little bit of extra space here for everybody. The score, Monkstown 1, Banbridge 1, and almost a brilliant take by Pete Brown down on the right-hand side on the reverse. But it just trickles out over the sideline. Keith Kenning. Carl Lynch. And a long ball from Lynch right down the pitch. A lot now will depend on Keith Kenning and Stephen Cole in the Monkstown defence here to shore up the gap left by Lee Cole. Tinney. The Banbridge captain had a solid game in defence. And good skills, and that's good play. And it looks like a shield by Charlie Rowe. It's a free out signalled by umpire Donaldson. And Monkstown now a chance, while it's still 10 each, to try and build something. Umpire pulls it back for a free. Jeremy Duncan probably would have preferred the advantage. And another long overhead from Lynch. Will he find Miller? But it takes a deflection, and it's a 22. Duncan on the ball. Will be a key player here if Monkstown are going to create a chance to win this match. And a long ball from Duncan right across to the right sideline. And it's Nichols, the scorer of the Monkstown goal from the penalty corner. Doesn't get enough purchase on it to get it across the circle. Banbridge work it out cleverly down this left side. And Runar Moore he's gone round Runar Moore. And a couple of clumsy tackles there from O'Moore. But it's still a free. We're down into the last 7.5 minutes. There will be time added on your clock on the screen for the penalty stroke. And a ball crashed across, but at height. And that's an ouch there for Jeremy Duncan, who may have to go off here for some repairs. He's moving up the sideline. I think he got that bang on the finger. Jeff Cole. Nick D. Nick D gives the ball away, down to Banbridge, allows them to contact. Jeff Cole playing a real captain's role here now that we're down to 10 players. Nichols. Kenning. Jeff Cole again. Clever ball through. Jamie Miller just closed down there by Jake Rowe, making it very difficult for him to trap the ball. And Banbridge get possession once more. And that's a good long ball, and that's a good overlap down on the right side. An opportunity here. D closing in. Good skills. A great take on the back line, but well defended by Monkstown again. And it's Carson this time back, helping the defence. Plenty of experience, knows where the danger lies. And good play by Monkstown to get it out, but it's mistrapped by Hone. And it gives the ball back to Banbridge. Now Banbridge switching from side to side. Real opportunity here, and that's another great tackle in the Monkstown defence. And they win the free out. Umpire Bale signalling stoppage, and that's a yellow card for Johnny McKee, a critical player for Banbridge. He's been given the yellow card. He's disputing it at the moment. He's asking, what is it for? And Johnny McKee, just after Eugene McGee has come back to put Banbridge a full complement, Johnny McKee gets a yellow card. So both teams Now, Monkstown have Lee Cole back, but Johnny McKee won't play any further part. There's just under 5 minutes left to play here. So advantage Monkstown at the moment. And Lee Cole, who was put back on by the technical delegates, who thought he had a 5-minute penalty, he has a 10-minute penalty. So both teams, after that little moment of confusion, we now know that it's 10 versus 10 for the last 3.5 minutes. Two Irish international players sitting it out on the naughty seats over there. They can compare notes prior to going to the Nations Cup in the next couple of weeks. Jeff Cole, good skill by Cole. Cuts inside, wins the free from Owen McGee. Stephen Cole. And there we have Lee Cole and Johnny McKee. Oh, and that's a great take by Owen McGee. Allows Banbridge to counter-attack. Nichols closes it down. And that's a lovely long ball. Just evades the Josh Moffat up front. And Nichols dispossessed here on the sideline, and it's Pete Brown. Pete Brown. And that's a great ball from Pete Brown, and it just misses the stick of Mark Cowan, breaking down that right channel. Inches away from being the pass of the match. And a nice touch by Jeff Cole. Nichols in space on the right. Cuts it back inside. Can either team mount an attack? And another missed trap by Sam Hone. In a good position, in space. But it goes back to Banbridge. Just over 2 minutes to go in the match. 10v10, and Hone again lets the ball run off his stick, and the opportunity is lost. Ball back to Banbridge. Both coaches now getting a little bit more animated as the game drops down into the last minutes of the match. Pete Brown, former Irish international, wins the free. Can he produce something special? Tinney, the captain, and a great ball in. And the ball is in the net. And a great ball in by Tinney, and it's deflected in at the death. A great reverse stick touch by Charlie Rowe. Looks like it has won this game now for Banbridge. In the last minute of the match, a great ball by their captain. Just deflects it enough. Fitzgerald got some purchase on it, but it trickled over the line. Certainly probably on this half's performance a little harsh on Monkstown, with Banbridge getting both goals, but on the overall performance on the game, probably a fair reflection. Can Monkstown produce something extra at the death? No, they can't. And it's Charlie Rowe. And he flicks it high. Opportunity now for Monkstown. They really need to get the ball into the circle. They need to create possibly a penalty corner again for Rory Nichols. Last seconds of the match here. Time being added on here for all the various stoppages. Needs to be taken quickly and needs to be statched quickly, but a missed trap by Jeff Cole allows Owen McGee to take the ball away, and that'll be a free. Don't. A little bit of frustration now by the Monkstown captain, Jeff Cole, but that should be sufficient now for Banbridge to see out this game. Monkstown need to be in a real hurry here. There's no room to push the ball back. They need to get it up in the circle. Last few seconds here in this match. And a lovely touch there. Just deflected. And there goes the... Oh, there's another... No, it's not 5 yards yet. It's taken quickly by Monkstown. Really need the ball in the circle here. Good take by Nichols, but it just runs off its stick. And Eugene McGee pushes it out of the danger area. And Charlie Rowe takes it down the pitch. And Monkstown have taken Fitzgerald off. So Monkstown playing with 11 outfield players, but they really need the ball up into, and a missed trap there by Stephen Cole. And it's John McKee taking the ball away into the bottom left-hand corner. Clever play. And he fiddles around down there with the ball. A little more time being played by the umpires than I anticipated for the penalty corner, and somebody has got a red card. Who's got the red card? And that looks like Johnny McKee has been given a red card, which is likely to mean a suspension for some of the coming matches. That'll be a blow to Banbridge, but they still lead this match 2-1. And unless Monkstown can produce a chance, which hasn't been forthcoming in this quarter, they're going to run out winners. But a good ball in and an opportunity here. It's Nick D. Nick D, a free in. Monkstown need to take it quickly. Jeff Cole takes it out. Lee Cole puts it in. Great ball in front of goal. Chance for Monkstown. And and there goes the final whistle. And Banbridge have edged out this very tight match here as Rathdown with 2 final quarter goals coming from behind. The first gifted to them by a penalty stroke to allow them to equalise, and then a great ball from their captain and a reverse stick touch by Charlie Rowe, just with enough purchase on it to get it past David Fitzgerald in the Monkstown goal. So a turnaround in the last quarter here on the first McCann Fitzgerald Super Saturday match. And it ends Monkstown 1, Rory Nichols, and Banbridge 2. And they win the points and they will stay top of the EY Premier League this evening. And Monkstown still searching for their first win in 5. So in the end, Banbridge will be quite happy, but they have shipped a red card with their talisman player, John McKee, and that may impact on their performances in the weeks ahead as he serves out a suspension. Quite a few cards in the final quarter. 10-minute yellow for Lee Cole, a yellow for John McKee, and then a red for John McKee, all in the last quarter. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us here today. If you'd like to join us again in about 35 minutes for the second part of Super Saturday here, where Monkstown Women's First will be playing Ards in a critical EY Division 1 match. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.